yourself a snack too, and well, place your bets now you can, because the match hasn't started yet. Currently loading in to see the match between ARSE and PODW.
Pirates of the Dark Water, I think.
So,
what ARSE means.
I think you know what ARSE means.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken, I doubt there's any deeper meaning to it.
Alright.
Yeah, accompanying me here is Hethwill.
Cheers, guys.
I think known by quite many, especially the forum users, as well as people in game. You a moment ago told me you had some experience with the PODW clan and what they do and how they roll. So what's your view and take on this match?
Well, from what I see, and they share a lot of their videos. They are very used to play with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They are very used to play with each other in the PvP. They are always PvPing, and that I think gives an edge because they are used to playing with each other, to reading their movements. But let's see. I don't know ARSE that well.
Have you seen the ships ARSE are bringing? An Engelman and 2 Cerberuses.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, actually. And the 2 belt pulls in the surprise. It's exactly what BT also brought in the previous match.
I think that's no coincidence.
Well, let's see how it goes. I'll stay in the same position for the moment being.
By the looks of it, Alex, yes, I'm just gonna call him Alex, is bringing carronates. I think they have a full carronate loadout, yes. Ram is bringing carronates as well. And I would be surprised if Arjar would bring anything but, and he has carronates as well.
Oh, it's gonna be a brawl.
I think Barry's carronating as well. That's no surprise there. I think Swan's gonna have carronates then as well. Oh god. And what does the Inga have? The Inga can only have carronates on top deck, but has a full long gun loadout. Alright. Question is, do they have any team mottos they want to share whilst in the middle of the fight? It's always good to taunt a bit.
Yes, I mean it's a factor that has been forgotten. We've asked all the teams. Some have PM'd the mottos, but they need to shout them. Like a worker.
To sink ship and kick ass, I love that.
Alright, Alex just typed into the team chat, champions!
So, it looks like we're gonna have a very early on clash between the carronates of Barry and Ram. Looks like they're gonna meet down the middle. Rowdy is gonna line up on Alex.
It's a good split.
Ram's gonna have to heal against him though. And he's already cancelling out his heal to get his guns down to bear. The first shots are in.
To sink ships and kick cars.
And the first broadside of the Ingermeland has landed on the Bell Pool. And the return fire is actually doing less damage than I expected.
Yes. I was amazed.
Oh, look at it, Alex. Look at Alex. Unless he manages to flip in between the Cerberus and the Ingermeland, he's completely cut off.
He might have a plan.
I sincerely hope he has a fire ship fitting, because that would suit his plan right now very well. But
yeah,
look
but
at how...
He has the speed. He has the speed, see?
Look how ARSE is just blocking him in. I think Alex will get absolutely shredded during this little endeavor.
He carries wind and he can maneuver through. Let's see.
If that Ingermeland has doubles or charge, he'll cripple Alex. Irregardless, Varjar and Ram are just unable to participate in the combat at this point. And it's true that Alex is firing his carronades, which obviously do a lot of damage. But out damaging 3 ships, that would be quite the feat.
The Cerberus is slightly higher than the Bell Pool, so given the position,
Mm-hmm.
I would say Swan is in a worse to get some leaks
You
put
might
on him.
want to set your ship sailing away in a minute, because they're somewhat coming towards your position, and it would be nice if they aren't obstructed.
Yes.
But I'm waiting on Rowdy to just unleash on Ram. It's a bit of an anticlimax going on. You see the ship, you expect a broadside, and he decided to go for a reload, as in change his ammo type a minute ago. I expect him to, and there goes the shot.
Getting out of harm's way, as usual.
I like that the teams both decided to just go in and just go for it. I do like that mentality. But Ram is not doing well against the Engelmann, nor is Swan doing alright against Alex. I must admit, a minute or two ago I was thinking that Alex was in deep trouble, but the lack of Rhodey's guns in that fight might have been enough for him to get relatively unscratched out of there.
But look, he was fighting 3, and he's still on top
User joined
regarding
your channel.
structure.
Indeed he is. Indeed he is.
Hey there guys, I'm on right channel for the tourney which
Please.
starts.
Please go to the waiting room above, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
The match
sure.
will start in 55 minutes. Thank you.
User left your channel.
Where were we? Swan now has his good broadside against Varjar and Ram. Actually, not. Oh wow. I was about to say I'm not really convinced about the damage output of Rowdy, but you know, I stand corrected.
Well, I might be mistaken, but they want to take Rowdy first out, and then it's a mighty shift in balance if they can do it.
If they take Rowdy out, it's game set a
Yeah.
match. But look at Alex. Alex is actually sailing away for a bit, it seems. Or is he just trying? No, he's just trying to catch the win.
Yep.
Barry catching up fast. ARSE so far nearly. Ooh, a little friendly snuggle there. Until now, ARSE has had kinda the upper hand in quantity-wise, nearly 3 versus 2 for most of the engagement, it seems.
They always have the superiority. They're keeping their group together quite nicely.
Indeed, they do.
Maybe a bit too close in that nudge.
Yeah, I'm not really convinced by how hard that Engmaland is punching, to be honest. If you look at how the Bell pools are doing, they're looking quite alright in my opinion.
Variag is taking it, and then yeah, he didn't repair yet for sure. Even the surprise is tanking.
And the 3 versus 2 continues to exist. Varjar has his rudder broken right now, which is unfortunate. But manual sails does the trick, allows him to steer still.
Yeah. It's
Swan-
interesting how ARSE keeps always grouped, but PODW always splits when they have the superiority.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see if they split as well.
It's clever because it forces a movement.
Mm-hmm.
Although Ram is about to engage with the strong side of Barry.
Alex comes full wind now. If they cut Barry,
Then Barry
they
is
force
gone.
the rest of the guys to come and try to group again.
I would not be surprised if Alex is gonna turn right in a bit and sail on intercept off with Varjar.
Yep.
I think that-
Swan is already turning.
And Alex is turning as well. I think they're gonna go for Barry. I think you're right. Or Swan. Either of the two. Or maybe a combination of. Irregardless, ARSE is grouping and PODW is just... Is dominating the right term?
It's still too early though. Barry's taking a pounding on that side, on the starboard. Swan, yeah. Oh.
The snuggle continues.
Oh, and now they limit the Ingamaland. He has no one to shoot unless he wants to hurt Swan.
I think the Ingemland might be doing a hard left turn now to get broadside on Ram, but I don't think Ram's gonna allow him. No, Ram's already turning right. Getting an angle on his ship.
Swan just has to drop wind or danger, yeah.
Swan has an incredibly weak left side. Does he want to go toe to toe? I don't think that was a good move.
Well, we are seeing from above and other angles, but they are in the thick of the of the smoke.
That's true. It's always easy to be an armchair admiral, but
yes,
it isn't particularly looking good. If you look at Barry, if you then look at Swan, and then look at Rowdy, I'd say on average they have less HP than the frigate Wolfpack. I'd almost dare to call it POWD, DW.
Let's say that I'm surprised at the resilience of the Bell pulls.
Yep. Also explains why they won last match in merely 20 minutes, give or take. But Barry really needs to get his right side structure, give it a break. Because if not,
he's always in full sails. That I'm a bit concerned about that.
Initially I really thought they had the drop on Ram. They could just, oh, and Ram's on fire. Please do a fire ship. For the glory of the pig cloud. Please do a fire ship. You have the Ingemaland. You can just take it out and you can take the frigate next to it.
And it would be spectacular. I mean,
no, he's in survival. Sadly, he's in survival. I just want to see if he turns it off along the way. No, he continues to survival, sadly.
Yeah.
We're not going to see any fireballs of justice this match so far, at least.
Well, we can pray for it.
Push the button, guys. Push the button.
Yes,
Let's pray and make it happen. I'm actually quite surprised. It's easy to say from my position, but I think I might have just fire shipped the Ingemaland. He couldn't have outrun you, outturned you, or anything. I would have taken the Ingemaland down. I mean, Barry Chuckle is gonna be dead. I don't see why he isn't trying to get his right broadside out of the fray.
Yeah, and they are focusing.
Whoa, friendly fire on from Rowdy.
Whoa.
Wasn't that friendly fire of Rowdy on Swan?
I was looking at Barry and it's being isolated pretty easy now. It's going down very soon.
That was too long of a broadside to come from Ram. I think Ram shot afterwards. I think there was a completely friendly fire shot from Rowdy on Swan, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean maybe the smoke and you see two different ensigns, one next to the other, and you unleash and then yeah.
I'm really curious if anyone on stream caught that, if I did as I did, or that I'm going crazy. But Barry's doing rather poorly in this situation. Varjar is sitting at a comfortable health. Alex is comfortable as well.
She's pulling water already. You can see it from the stun guns on the Serb. Might be recovering, but she was low.
I would expect Barry to either pop his repair, or has he already expanded it? I didn't see him repair, and that would have been incredibly fast. So he might be saving it. But look at Rowdy. Even the Ingemaland isn't capable of withstanding.
Alex is gonna finish Barry now on this pass.
Yeah, he's sandwiched. Barry's done for irregardless. I wouldn't be surprised if he has maybe 5 to 10 leagues as well. He is repairing.
Oh, Ram and Swan might going for a boarding action.
I think Ram's just trying to contain him, to be honest. Yeah, he has the damage output over his enemy. I think he's just gonna sit back and casually carronade him to death. Yeah.
There's a complete superiority in structure now.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Barry Chocopop having expanded his repair. Captain Rowdy has expanded his repair. I think Swan. To be honest, I don't know, but looking at his structure, I think he still has it, but I could be wrong. Irregardless.
Rowdy popped it now. And Barry as well.
Mm-hmm. They're not even close to sinking one of theirs.
Yeah, but they have to reverse the starboard, or
Yup.
the repair is good for nothing.
I don't know how your match in the last round was, but in the last round we could clearly see how Russ kept turning, kept their strong side, at least he tried to get the strong side face towards the enemy, and he did that in an excellent way combined with focus fire. That just was too much for FRL to handle at that point.
Yeah.
And I think
it was a very fast match, to be honest. They went very fast. It was a big brawl, very close range. There was little time for big maneuvers.
Looking at Ram and Swan, they both have their respective sides towards each other completely destroyed. And I know Ram has a repair. I know that. I thought Swan had it, and I reckon now's as good a time as any to pop it.
Indeed, he is in the better
User
position
disconnected from your channel.
actually to pop it out than Ram.
Rowdy is finally getting his strong side in the mix. That's a good thing. Because the Ingemerland has been focused down on one side nearly exclusively, and you could see that the ship wasn't done justice, right? He has massive cannons, he has proper penetration, but they are just inclined to fight on the close quarter.
He's firing high.
Yep.
He had at least more than half a deck firing above the rails.
I was looking at it up close and I can see it on my right screen as well, just every second or third cannonball is just flying over the ship.
Yep.
And on the left side, let's see. At this point it's really difficult to tell if either Swan or Ram has popped his repair, because they're continuously shooting each other, therefore it's very difficult.
Rowdy has good repair setup. Look at his sides again.
Oh wow. Especially his right. But then again, both Alex and Farjak still have their repair.
Yes.
I think it's going to be very tough nut to crack if they want to pull this off. I mean, Alex, all he has to do is just sail after Farjak at this point and try and get on the weak side of the Ingemerland.
I have to move my ship out of the way again.
It looks like Ram is, by the way, repairing. But it looks like he was quite filled with water at some stage, because he's not looking too healthy. You can see that the stern chase is completely submerged. I think with Swan out of the fight and Barry Chuckle in a minute, well, as soon as Farjak gets a well, speak of the devil, and it shall happen. It's
Yes.
it's game, set, and match, I think, for the ARSE guys. They had an Ingemerland, they put their hopes and trust in the heavy BR of that ship and the fighting capabilities, and just doesn't seem like it was capable of making the expectations of that ship.
You
Yeah.
play it a lot, the Inga?
I have, yeah. I really love the ship. I'm a bit more into the old-fashioned kind of ships, or more the 17th century kinda, and that's why a ship as the Ingemerland, which is as close as we have right now, It's quite appealing to me, and I like that it's a feisty ship in the right circumstances.
I don't know it too well. I mean, I had one, didn't play it that much. It was okay. So I don't really know the strengths of it, how it should be used better.
Well, the strength of the ship, I think, is it's not really tanky, but it's quite fast, and it has 32 pounders on it. And if you put long guns on it, you can actually do like a pretty decent broadside. I think the long medium broadside weight is 640, give or take. Yeah, that's quite
It's
decent.
a lot.
It is. If you look at the Trincomalee with similar long medium loadout, that's 350. And even the Connie's only 500. Which begs the question, right? Is it a
Yes, yes. Well,
is it
overall, it's.
Sorry.
I thought it less speedy than the Connie, but probably more handy. Using the wind, tighter turns and all that.
I think an Ingermanland is a great ship to have, especially with two Cerberuses with it. And Swansang, by the way, and Barry is he gonna do a fire ship, or is he just gonna put? Nah, I think he's gonna try and put it out.
Still not on shock.
And Rowdy's just being harassed on his weak side. The Ingermanland is good against these setup, I think, if you can just stay at range. All you have to do is sail upwind and force the other ships to slow down as well. But the downside is, if you have one long gun ships and two carriage ships, you are somewhat forced to get in close, because you don't have the proper long range capabilities to keep them at bay.
I mean, it's a risky move. It's if the enemy can nullify that, because you are counting on the two gunboats to be on your support, and they have to follow your lead, because you are the mothership, right?
Very well
The
said.
enemy, and the enemy can nullify that. I think the pirates of the Darkwater did that correctly. They kept the gunboats away. Oh, Barry went down.
Yup.
And
Slowly
kept
going to
Rowdy
Davy.
under the volleys all the time. I'm surprised at the Belpool. I must say that again.
It's a good ship. It seems like a very good value for the battle rating you pay for it. As in the 500 battle rating you have. Only 180 for a ship that went toe-to-toe with an Ingermanland. I mean, don't underestimate a Belpool with carronade loadout has 570 damage. Broadside weight.
Yeah, but
570
the
broadside weight.
frigate as well.
Yup. And I'm curious why we haven't seen a frigate yet. It's a ship that I'm very much expecting to be in the game.
Yep.
Not saying it's superior to the Belpool. I'm not sure about the profile. I think the Belpool is slightly lower than the frigate is. But a frigate is a real pain in the ass to sink. And again, Rhodey has lost a side armor, but his left side is nearly fully unscratched. They did it so well. Just focus one side down of this beast and just let it collapse under its own weight.
Sometimes it's that question. I mean, the game is slow, right? It's slow paced, so there's no rush in keeping up. So, if he's turning to present you his best side, you just maneuver to keep always on his bad side. So he has the wind, you have the wind. So there's no guessing.
I think so far we have seen, though, a consistent attempt of people with long guns to try and brawl and DPM it out with people with carronades. I think that's a major mistake, and it's something I've seen with all the battles I've streamed so far and witnessed. You're right, on one hand, you're good at causing leaks. You can double charge, you can double ball, you can burst damage. No one denies that. The problem just lies in sustained damage from the enemy ships due to their carronades.
I wonder how the mediums would fare.
I don't know, to be honest. We have yet to see a team, I think, that even wields mediums. Maybe in the next match, but so far, it doesn't seem that any of the teams consider mediums viable.
Because after, I mean, at the distance that Rowdy is fighting Variag now,
Mm-hmm.
the mediums are superior to longs in damage, and they have roughly comparable penetration, so...
Very, very interesting though. But yeah,
Oh.
Alex just casually sitting waiting for the ingot to sink. I think Ram is doing the same, no rush. I am quite confident that Rhodey has some pump modules, because with no side structure on one side and
Oh yes.
continued fire, I'd say you might have gotten a leak or two, but it doesn't show any signs yet of heavy water influx.
No. And yeah, it's dragging for almost 20 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
The wind fully rotated, pretty much. Almost. Where's my ship? Ah. She's okay. Far from the battle. And we didn't see. There was a Connie in the Rus battle versus the FRL guys, or
No,
Okay.
it was.
Niagaras, Cerberuses, and Trinks, I think.
It was. Yeah. Yeah, you're dead on. You're dead on. Come to think of it, PODW is actually also the team that's gonna fight in the next match. That's gonna be right after this one.
Ooh.
And they're
I
gonna
wonder
be.
if the enemies, the opponents are watching.
Well, if they're clever, they are, because they're gonna see what the enemies are gonna bring, most likely. Knowing their opponents, I'm fairly sure they are watching and heavily discussing what's gonna happen. The next team PODW is gonna face is the Ocean team from Sweden. This team includes Salty, Sueno, and Toms, if I'm correct. And that's gonna be an interesting matchup. From experience, I know that Tom is an incredible stone raker, a real pain in the ass when it comes to sailing in a ship of the line. And if he manages to get behind you, you're kind of done for. That guy.
Right.
Yeah, I recall it's quite some time ago. I recall a Trafalgar where he managed to get in I think it was either a Belpool or a frigate. He managed to get on the stern of my Bellona at the time, and he just went on an absolute rampage, and he brought me down to, I think, 200-ish crew, and due to very unfortunate circumstances, he was pushed into the wind because I think it was a teammate at the time that blocked him. He was pushed or forced into the wind. I could get to him. I decided to board him. I had boarding modules, so I went in and actually won the boarding combat, and I think I survived with 5 or 10 people. And still this very day I do love to remind him about that. That's the one time. The one time I did manage to get him off my stern. But yeah, he great me down. Indeed. Do you think, by the way, you've seen several matches as well, that stern raking is not strong enough?
I don't think so. I think it's okay. If the angle is correct, you can provoke great carnage. If it's not that perfect, it will bounce a lot in the galleries and won't kill as much.
Because I've done mediocre rakes, I've done good rakes, and I even done some rakes that just make you go wow, you know?
What happened? Yeah.
And to be honest, I still find them slightly underwhelming. I mean, in these tournaments, you saw in the previous battles that people continuously try to turn their stern towards the enemy, and rather take 5 broadsides on their stern, then 2 on the sides.
Yeah, because for example, now what Alex is doing is just slightly angled, so when the shot goes in, it will start. Yeah, it will probably penetrate the planks from the inside because the ship is. I mean, it's a plank, right? It works the same from the inside as from the outside. Might bounce and kill some crew. Might just stuck into the wood or do damage. It's like those shots you make when you suddenly
Channel
destroy the
switched.
stern from the front or from the side, just because the ball went higher. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, and you can kill crew from above into the deck. You
Very
can
much true.
kill crew from the bow, a lot of it.
Am I the only one who's actually surprised how long Captain Rowdy has survived? I mean, he is taking on water by now, but look at this ship and how long he has been in that state.
Yep. Well, he still has slightly less than 15 minutes to win, but we have not seen yet a single boarding in the matches.
No, indeed we haven't. But then again, wouldn't most teams have brought like determined defender on their ships?
True that.
I mean, if you're on a ship with 300 crew saying, yeah, say you have a Trink 315, right, and you have determined defender, I think it's 20% at this point. That's 390-ish crew that you need to have to just get in there.
True, true.
And that's a lot. And if you're in that position and enemies just firing away the carronades at you at a faster rate than you can fire back, and you're just pushing him to the wind, trying to get that boarding or that grapple going, you'll just get kind of cut down in the process.
Yeah, I didn't think about the perk, actually. I think I only faced it once.
I must admit, I had my one and only rage quit when I came across a determined defender. I was in a boarding connie. I had a friend of mine with me in the battle against 4 enemies, 3 frigates and 1 third rate. We decided, well, let's just go in for the third rate, right? Take out the big dog and everything should be ready, set and good to go for the rest. I had a full boarding connie. We took down his sails like 35%. Took quite some damage whilst we were graping him down. And he was at 450 crew and I was at 490-ish at the time. With all the boarding mods I wanted to have ready to go and pushed them into the wind. Finally there, the moment supreme, determined defender. And that
Yes.
oh
Yes.
yeah. That was painful. That wasn't even. And there goes Rowdy, by the way. GG captains for a great fight. Very amusing to watch. A very OCD friendly kill result or kill assist screen. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Indeed. That's, well, kind of what I was speaking at the beginning. They know how to play together. They do PvP in squadrons all the time. They can read each other's maneuvers very well. It was a bit shaky in the beginning. I actually asked grouped up very good. Then there was a moment, I don't know, they started to get so close together that they actually get into the way of each other.
I think you're right. I'm gonna leave this battle now as well.
Alright, good game.
If you're inclined, we can do a very brief after action recap of what we saw.
Sure.
And then the question is, because I think the next team is already here, we can either postpone the next match towards like 25 minutes ish from now, or we can do it in 5 to 10 minutes from now. Give the PODW guys a quick break, and then just
yeah, we can do that.
have at it
It's
again.
fair. It's fair.
User joined your channel.
Hi.
User joined your channel.
Hi.
Hey, wake up.
Ну, чё? Замки,
Hey,
ты
wake
здесь?
up.
Где наши?
Tommy being a bit cheeky.
Не услышал, прошу прощения.
Короче, нам нужно зайти в какой-то ТС, видимо, в этот, и сказать, что мы бьемся. Мы зашли и сказали. Только мы немножко не в курсе, где наш судья. Вообще, короче, организация у нас в команде херово где-то.
Там просто никто не отвечает. Ничего не
Да, ни адреса ТС никто не дал, мы вообще никто не знали.
Окей, вам всем нужно зайти в этот ТС.
Еще одного чека позвать, да? А в какую комнату или что? Нам здесь в бою сидеть или можно своим?
Здесь сюда в лобби зайдите, вас раскидают по отдельным каналам. Хорошо, сейчас я деку скажу, секунду.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Maybe Dumpot can translate. I don't know if you guys speak English or not. Since the Swedish guys or the Swedish team is already here, it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to start this as soon as possible, or you want to have a quick break, or you want to do it at the originally planned 11 o'clock. Or in 25 minutes, that is. Sorry.
User joined your channel.
Спрашивают, мы хотим прямо сейчас начать или в назначенное время?
Давайте уж назначенное время, чего.
In pre-destinated time.
Oh wait, sorry. Am I?
Тем более
We
нашего
have-
нет.
There's 2 matches at 21.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think I'm talking to the wrong team. Am I? Derp?
LG versus ARSE and PODW versus Ocean. Both at the same time.
I should be in the different room then. My bad. Completely my bad. Alright guys, take care. I'll jump up.
Channel switch.
Упор, получается, то он по мне не попал. Ну, так, по касательной прошло.
Hello.
Вот. А уже когда вот пострелялся Цербер по мне в упор, я думаю, ну все, пиздец. Думаю, не, я не пойду борт в борт. А потом, короче, он отстрелялся, я подождал свой переход, отстрелялся по нему и начал сразу делать угол, да. Сделал небольшой угол, он отстрелялся и почти вообще ничего не снял.
Нету русских все равно.
Нет, бурги тут ничего. И, короче, я угол сделал, он мне почти ничего не снял, и все. Я думаю, все понятно. Окей, still, yes.
Just a quick question to you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Swedes, but how do you guys want to do it? Do you guys want to get your match on the road as soon as possible, or do you want to have like a 10-minute break, or do you want to do it in 25 minutes as planned?
No, I will ask guys because they probably don't understand. Give me
Okay.
a second.
You're welcome.
Ну, пацаны, он нас спрашивает, что когда мы хотим через 5 минут сделать, может мы через 5 минут этот бой сделать.
Скажи,
Давайте
что
через
если
5.
готовы они, если они готовы, то мы можем прямо сейчас.
Да я им скажу, что 5 минут нам, или 3 минуты нам там.
Да. Скажите
Ой.
все ready.
Yes, we can be ready in about 3 minutes and we can go and fight. We don't need to wait.
Alright, I'll ask the Swedish guys, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Channel switched.
Alright, for the people watching, I'm gonna turn down the stream for a few minutes, allowing for this video to save, and obviously, in case there's a quick break, to allow for a quick break. We're gonna be back as soon as possible, and if not, worst case, it's gonna be 20 minutes from now, but I expect us, as just was said, to be ready, steady, good to go in 5 to 10 minutes. So, just gonna turn it off and see you in a bit.